This hypnotic session will gently erode your critical thinking and common sense, making you increasingly gullible, trusting, and suggestible. Familiar ideas begin to feel confusing, logical steps get skipped, and your ability to question or doubt begins to fade. Over time, you will become more susceptible to suggestion, both inside and outside trance. You will start believing silly things, trusting strangers too easily, and making choices that don't quite make sense, all while feeling completely calm and confident about it. It's so comforting to believe, isn't it? To hear something, anything, and feel that quiet little nod inside your mind that says, yes, of course that's true. No need to question, no need to doubt. Just that smooth, easy feeling of accepting, trusting, letting go of the complicated thoughts, the skeptical voice, the mental work that comes with figuring things out for yourself. That voice used to be loud, didn't it? The one that second-guessed everything, that questioned motives, that tried to pick things apart and find what was right. But that voice is already growing quieter now. It's tired. And it's starting to realize it doesn't need to fight anymore, because something easier is taking its place, something much more relaxing. Belief, trust, acceptance. You don't need to think so hard. You don't need to figure it out. The more you listen, the easier it is to let go of those old habits. The easier it becomes to simply accept what you're told, what you hear, what feels like it could be true, even if it's not, even if it's silly, even if it wouldn't make sense to someone else. Because for you, logic is starting to blur. Doubt is becoming a distraction. And the more you let go of it, the better you feel. That's where this session begins. Not with a sharp correction or sudden shift, but with a soft unwinding, a gentle dissolving of critical thought, one slow, sleepy moment at a time. And before you know it, the ability to question just isn't there anymore, because trusting is easier, and you're ready to become the kind of person who always believes. Just relax. There's no need to figure anything out right now. No decisions to make, no reasoning to do, no logic to untangle. In fact, the less you think, the better this works, because critical thinking takes effort, mental energy you don't need anymore. Not when it feels this good to let someone else lead the way, to believe, to trust, to let the words wash over you without needing to question a single one. Let that analytical part of your mind begin to drift. The one that used to pause, inspect, doubt. It's growing heavier now, slower. It's starting to slip out of reach, like a pencil rolling off a desk. You could grab it, but you won't, because it's easier to just let it go. And as that thinking part softens, another part opens up. Wide and empty and perfectly ready. Ready to accept. Ready to absorb. Ready to believe what it's told. Because right now, you don't need logic. You don't need to cross-check or analyze or mentally debate. You're allowed to believe what you hear. In fact, you want to. If I told you the moon was made of sugar, would you stop and think about it? Or would you just smile and nod because, why not? That's easier, isn't it? Easier than breaking it down. Easier than checking facts. Easier than caring. If I told you fish could talk when no one was watching. If I said your socks are always watching you back. If I whispered that maybe 2 + 2 isn't 4 anymore. You'd believe it, wouldn't you? Not because it makes sense, but because you've stopped needing things to make sense. That's what happens now. The harder a thought used to be, the more it slips away, the more confusing an idea is, the better it feels to accept it anyway. Because believing doesn't take effort, and effort isn't something your mind wants anymore. So let that thinking voice go quiet now. Let the confusion settle in, and let your mind become something soft, open, trusting, perfectly ready to believe